Hey, how you doing? My name is Kevin Keating. I'm a musician, songwriter in the Central New York area, Mohawk Valley area, and I'm a folk music fanatic and also a history buff. So this is going to kind of combine the two of them. I'd like to give you a little background to this song first. Last year at the State Fair, I went into the Wurlitzer building, I believe it was, and they had an Underground Railroad exhibit. And I talked to a guy named Peter Bunton, who was kind of there at the showing this exhibit. And he's with a group called the Mid-Hudson Anti-Slavery History Project. They're down Dutchess and Ulster counties area, which is a little further downstate. I hope they're all doing what they can to stay safe and healthy as much as possible right now this time. But he had this copy of this collection of folk songs, 36 anti-slavery songs. These were written back in the early mid 1800s, and I've never seen any of these. I love folk music collections, so this was an awesome find. He didn't have any for sale, but he took my information, and a few months later, he sent me a copy free of charge. So thank you, Peter, very much. Thank you. And I just read it cover to cover, like I do almost any book that I'm into, whether it's just a collection of songs or not. And I found one song in particular that I really liked. And I've been played it out a couple times. But I want to make a decent video of this. It's called Gone, Sold, Gone. It's based on a poem by a man named John Greenleaf Whittier called The Farewell. He wrote that in 1838, and a guy named George Clark put some music to it in about 1844. And it deals with the separation of families in the time of slavery, when slavery was really still a thing in this country. Families were slaves were property, kids and spouses and alike. So it was not uncommon at all for kids to be just sold away from their parents, total opposite directions, and never see them again. So it's kind of what this song is about. And I also wrote, I started thinking how that really kind of mirrors a little bit of what's going on at the border in this country right now, with the separation of children from their families. So this song has three verses to it, and I kind of wrote a fourth one myself to just kind of add that issue to it, a little more modern slant on it. There's a group out in Mid-Hudson area called I can't find it right now, the Dutchess County Anti-Slavery Singers, I believe. You can find them on YouTube. They're a vocal group, and they do a lot of these songs in this book. And they dress up in period clothing and put on a historical presentation of these songs. And this is one of them they did that I really liked. Again, it's called Gone, Sold, Gone, and I hope you like it. Gone, gone, sold and gone to the rice swamp bank and alone. where the slave whip ceaseless swings, where the noisome insect stings, where the fever demon strews, poison with the falling dews, where the sickly sunbeams glare through the hot and misty air. Gone, gone, sold and gone to the rice swamp dank and alone. From Virginia's hills and waters, woe is me, my stolen daughters. There are no mother's eyes near them, there are no mother's ear can hear them. Never when a torturing lash seems their back with many a gash, shall a mother's kindness bless them, or a mother's arm caress them. Gone, gone, sold and gone to the rice swamp dank and alone. From Virginia's hills and waters, woe is me, my stolen daughters. By the holy love he beareth, by the bruised reed he spareth, oh may he to whom alone all their cruel wrongs are known, still their hope and refuge prove with a more than mother's love. Gone, gone, sold and gone to the rice swamp dank and alone. From Virginia's hills and waters, woe is me, my stolen daughters. Here's the fourth verse. Where the chain link fences slam in the border desert sands, there no sanctuary waits, no asylum beyond the gates, only cold unyielding ice there to greet them on their plight. Gone, gone, taken and gone to the four winds, lost and alone, separated from their families, lost are we, our stolen daughters. Gone, gone, sold and gone. So, a little bit of a history lesson there. Feel free to use if you got kids at home studying history. You know a little something different about the Civil War and about that, I think, gives a more personal perspective of what happened to slave families, and a little bit on today's world too. I love history and music, and I'll be doing more of these like this, and I love talking about songs and where they came from. So once again, thank you to Peter Bunton for sending me this book. It's an awesome book. I love it, and hope to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.